She kills her with insulin. An ICU nurse. Just zap. Nighty night. Coma lady. Is that even legal to put in a book?
For the love of... Can we at least introduce the case file before you jump straight to the lethal injection? This isn't your cousin Vinny trying to hotwire a golf cart again.
Hey, Vinny got that cart running. Mostly. Point is, this nurse, Meghan, she goes full angel of death, and people are calling it jaw-dropping. I call it Tuesday if you work at County General, probably.
Welcome back to Crime Time Drive. Today we're dissecting She's Not Sorry by Mary Kubica. Not like you insisted last night.
Potato? Potato? Who cares? It's set in Chicago, right? All I know about Chicago is deep dish and people getting shot. This book seems to have plenty of the second, minus the pizza. Starts with a woman, Caitlin, taking a dive off a bridge. Or did she?
It appears to be a suicide attempt. Caitlin ends up in a coma. Our protagonist, Meghan, an ICU nurse.
A spectacularly stupid ICU nurse. Let's be clear. This woman makes decisions that would make a lemming reconsider. A witness says, maybe Caitlin was pushed. Okay, intrigue. But then Meghan lets some random woman she barely knows, who might be getting beaten up, move into her apartment. While there's a serial attacker on the loose in the city.
The book suggests Meghan is acting out of compassion, perhaps misplaced.
Compassion? My neighbour Brenda found a stray cat last week. She didn't invite it to sleep in her kid's bed. This Meghan leaves her teenage daughter, Sienna, home alone with a broken front door. A reviewer said, and I quote, "Daughter opens the door for any and every person. Any and every person. Hello? Mr. Serial Attacker wants some cocoa."
Okay, the parental judgment calls are questionable, but the narrative builds suspense around Meghan's increasing involvement. She starts digging into Caitlin's past, uncovering secrets, mistaken identities.
Oh, the secrets. The coma lady, Caitlin. Turns out she's basically Satan in a hospital gown. Stole someone's identity years ago. Dated Meghan's ex-husband conveniently. And apparently whispered poison into the daughter's ear from the coma bed. How does that even work? Morse code blinking.
It's revealed through flashbacks and discoveries. Caitlin is positioned as a master manipulator. The tension is whether Meghan is uncovering a crime or getting drawn into Caitlin's web. And then there's Luke, the coworker.
The obvious bad guy. Mr. Serial Attacker himself. Some readers pegged him from mile one. Kidnapping, rape, murder, the whole 9 yards. It felt like the author just threw him in there like, needs more felonies. Remember last week, when you swore the butler couldn't be the killer because it was too obvious? And he was. This is like that, but with more violence and less logic.
It's called misdirection. You focus on Luke, while the real psychological drama unfolds between Meghan and Caitlin. Is Meghan unraveling? Is she justified? One reviewer called her dull and naive. Another hated the book so much they did not finish at 67%. Can you imagine? Quitting before the murder insulin.
I quit books halfway through all the time. Usually because the detective is dumber than a bag of hammers. Like that guy in the movie you made me watch.
We are not relitigating Shark Detective 3. The point is, the characters here are divisive. Is Meghan a hero pushed too far? Is Caitlin a villain you secretly root for. And the daughter? She locks her own mother in the basement. Because Coma Lady told her a secret about her dad. Kids today, no loyalty.
That basement scene was a turning point, highlighting the manipulation. But let's talk about the ending. The big one. Meghan apparently administers a fatal dose of insulin to Caitlin.
Apparently. The reviews are screaming it. Meghan kills her with insulin, gets a slap on the wrist. A slap on the wrist? What hospital is this? Do they have a, oops, murdered a patient discount card?
It raises questions about justice, vigilantism, the failures of the system.
It raises questions about my blood pressure. Readers are furious. Or thrilled. Someone said, if you don't enjoy this one, I will question your reading tastes. Okay, buddy, question away. This thing is a mess. A glorious, trashy, can't look away mess. Like watching someone try to parallel park a bus.
It's certainly polarizing. We got a fake email here from Concerned in Cleveland. My night nurse seems overly interested in my chart and keeps sighing dramatically. Should I be worried after hearing about this book? Maybe.
Yes, absolutely. Sleep with one eye open, Cleveland. Hide the insulin. This book is a public service announcement. Another reviewer called it a thriller novel for the pretzel lovers out there. Never-ending twists. Laughed in my face. See? Pretzels. All twisted and salty.
Some found the twists clever. Others found them predictable or excessive, like Caitlin's parents withholding a crucial voicemail from the cops because reasons.
Because the wife might get mad. Are you kidding me? Your daughter might have been murdered, but heaven forbid Brenda gets snippy. If this detective squad investigated my lost keys, they'd probably accuse the dog and close the case.
All right, verdict time. Despite the, let's call them, character inconsistencies and plot contrivances, I found the central moral dilemma audacious. The sheer nerve of that ending. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 questionable. Medical ethics certificates.
Are you insane? This book was infuriating. Meghan's stupidity, the daughter's betrayal, the slap on the wrist murder. It's an insult to nurses, coma patients, and functioning brain cells everywhere. I give it 1 out of 5 broken doorknobs, and that's only because the insulin part was so bonkers it woke me up. It's brilliant trash, heavy on the trash.
We agree it's memorable, at least.
Memorable like food poisoning.
That's all the time we have for this autopsy on crime. Time. Drive. Join us next week when we tackle a cold case involving a missing garden gnome, a disgruntled flamingo enthusiast, and what looks suspiciously like glitter residue.
Ooh, glitter. Was it mob-related glitter? Sparkle on sparkle crime. Don't miss it.